Good morning, Zio here, and today's video has been moved. It's gonna show up some other time, because we're replacing it with this one. Today we're talking about GTA Online, Red Dead Redemption Online, and pretty much any other Rockstar game that has an online component and how lax their security is. So let's get into it, shall we? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do so now. Like it if you like it at the end, dislike it if you dislike it, all that good jazz. Share it out across the interwebs and grab yourself some coffee, sit back and relax as we go through this. What are you seeing on the screen right now is a mod menu for GTA Online. Similar menus exist for Red Dead Redemption Online as well. But yeah, anyway, it's a mod menu. Wow, cool. How awesome is that? All right, so GTA Online is extremely easily hacked. There's plenty of resources out there to help you hack the game if you want to. Now, the problem is, of course, is I need to bring up notes because for the most part, I don't have a whole lot of things to show you. I've written things down as I've run across them and gone through things and stuff. But when it comes to Rockstar Games, they're peer-to-peer. A lot of people know this, but some people do not. What does that mean? That essentially what happens is Rockstar doesn't host a server allowing you to play an online game. So if you're playing GTA Online, which is what we'll be talking mostly about, but most of this also goes into their other online stuff as well. They don't have a dedicated server designed for their thing. Instead, they rely on the player to essentially host the server that is being played on. So it's peer-to-peer. My computer connects to your computer. If you're hosting the game, I join the game. It's running off of your stuff, right? That's essentially peer-to-peer in a nutshell. Anyway, so what's the problem here? What's the problem? Well, one, it's peer-to-peer. You're giving people access to your side of things. On top of that, things are insanely easily hackable, right? The online servers for Rockstar pretty much handles matchmaking, and that's about it. They hook you up with somebody, allow you to find somebody who's hosting a game or whatnot, and jump into that game. And that's about all they actually do, besides keep track of all your other information like credit card information and anything else that you have, your GTA Online profiles, your Red Dead Redemption profiles, things like that. Your profiles for your online things are in their server, which is why it's an issue when they have a data breach, which, seems to happen quite often for Rockstar. But when it comes to their games, pretty easily hackable, right? That's why things like this mod menu exists. There are a variety of ways you can go about it. You can go through the recovery gogs. You can, hit impulse hack, a multitude of other things that you can pay for, or use Luna, which is probably the worst one to pay for because that one is going to pretty much blue screen you if you're not careful. But anyway, there's a variety of ways of doing this. Now, what is the problem with all this, of course, besides the fact that people are hacking? You may be thinking, well, Z, we know you're not a fan of cheaters on online things. You're right, I'm not. You want to cheat and stick to your own little world of things, that's fine. Just don't come in and interfere with my games. That's fine and all. But it's what these things give access to. What you don't see on the right side of the screen here because it's been blurred out because that's real people's information. What they are capable of getting. They get things like a Rockstar ID, which is unique to your profile. It doesn't matter what you change your name to or anything else, that Rockstar ID will always follow you. So if your ID is 111, well, it doesn't matter if you've changed your name from Zio to, bread pudding or something, your ID is still going to be 111. And that is essentially, I guess, the best way to put it, sort of a static IP, right? It's something that doesn't change. Somebody can easily find you no matter where you are in GTA Online and come join your games. And that includes invite-only games. So, if think you're going to be smart and go into invite only and they've gotten a hold of your RID, well, that's another thing that you probably should worry about, because they're going to come to you anyway. The only way to stop that is to use crew sessions, because apparently Rockstar is smart enough to include code and write code in to prevent people from being able to jump into your crew sessions this way and messing with stuff. However, they're being incredibly lazy because they can't do that for the invite-only games at all. But of course, that's Rockstar, right? What are the other things that they can find? Well, they get your IP, right? They can tell whether or not, one, you're hacking or not. They can, two, find out if you're spoofing your RID. If you're not spoofing your RID, they can find out if you're spoofing your ID. They can find out if you're using your actual ID. Let's see. They can find. They get access to your city, your country, your ISP, your latitude, longitude, proxies, regions, zip codes. A setting called mobile, and I'm not 100% sure what that means. I guess it means if you're mobile or something, if you're on a laptop or something like that. I saw the setting, but I really don't know what that actually means, to be totally honest. But they get access to a range of different information about you just from doing that, which is essentially IP geolocating you for the most part. I need coffee. We're recording this pretty late. Anyway, but yeah. Rockstar is apparently still using the netcode that they've been using for like the past 8+ years at this point, so it's old stuff they really shouldn't be using. But yeah, this is a problem that needs to be fixed, and Rockstar hasn't done anything about it. Still hasn't done anything about it, and to be honest, I don't think anybody's really been talking about it. I have never seen anyone talk about this other than the last data breach they had, and that was like the last time I ever really heard anyone talking about this. But at the same time, if you go ahead and peruse things like Reddit and stuff, other people complain about hackers and things like that. So, had to dig into a lot of this stuff. But, there's a variety of things that they can also do while they're in the game. They can impersonate you. They can straight up clone your profile. So whatever it is that you look like, what you got going on, they can straight up impersonate you, change their name to you, can have conversations with you while in the game, and it may make you look crazy or something. I don't know. But yeah, they can do all sorts of things as you. They can run around and emulate you, say a bunch of bad things or whatnot, do stuff that could get you banned. And there's a possibility that, if the video is out there of them doing it because you've really ticked them off or whatnot, they can get you banned or flagged or whatever it is from Rockstar stuff, forcing you to start completely over from scratch, of course. But yeah, they can also, of course, do stealth money drops, apparently. That's also a thing. They can have rockets rain from the sky. And what a stealth money drop, by the way, is a money drop that Rockstar can't actually trace. So they can get all the money they want and hack it into the game, because Rockstar is very, very, very adamant in preventing people from hacking money into the game, right? Because they want to sell those shark cards. And, if you're hacking money in, you're obviously not buying shark cards. And when it comes to the GTA Online economy, wow, yeah. Anyway, they really want you to buy those shark cards, and they'll really quick jump on you if you're, hacking in money or something like that. But, if they don't know that you're doing it with a stealth money drop, of course. But you can also use that to get other players by dropping money for them or doing fake money drops that can be tracked by Rockstar. So when a player goes to it or whatnot, it can then be cataloged, and Rockstar can go ahead and ping their account or whatnot and things like that, because why not? But yeah, they can, blow tires, God mode, smash windows, rain fire from the sky or rockets from the sky, stuff like that. They can teleport you straight to the ocean. They can teleport you to them. They can make everything explode and all this other stuff. They can kick you from servers. They can, take over servers and all this other stuff, kick you from vehicles, a ton of things that they really shouldn't have access to, but they can do it. And, a lot of this stuff I'm reading just straight from this menu. But if you look to the left side of this, which I assume you can see, with the things off to the side with what looks like a person up at the very top there, shields, and then the multi thing that gives you access to everybody's stuff and who's on the server and things. There's a lot of things that these hackers can do, and a lot of people who can pay money for these hacks. The other, things to look about when it comes to this is we'll go back over here to Luna real quick. So this is the one I brought up because I'm not going to have all of them up at once or whatnot. But the menu has advanced protections against other modders to make sure that you can play without any disruptions. It also contains numerous data and stat spoofing options to hide yourself properly. So what's going on here is you've got modders in the game, right? You got people hacking the game. Now, these people are hacking the game, and the only way to protect yourself from these hacks is to either A, never actually go into a public thing whatsoever and interact with anybody. So, throw yourself on invite only and leave it there. Use a VPN, hopefully, because apparently some of these actually supposedly can track your IP history. So unless you've always been using a VPN, even using a VPN may not be the safest way to go about it. And of course, try doing this stuff in a virtual machine. Probably would help as well. But anyway, you've got to use the modding menu here, right? To protect yourself from other modders, because you can use it to spoof your RIDs, your IPs and things like that, spoof your name, kick them out of sessions and stuff, and prevent them from actually being able to mess with you. Because apparently, when it comes to the online of Rockstar games, in order to actually play the game, for the most part, without having to deal with hacks, is to hack yourself. And pay money for it, of course. But yeah, you can get session controls, where you get notified when a modder is joining your session and someone is trying to type something clever in the chat. You can turn on notifications for various events to be always up to date and ready to fight back. And they have safe money options, rank changers, and unlocks. Play the game with the stats you've always wanted, which goes into those stealth money drops and things like that. But yeah, this one, of course, is the worst one to use, apparently, according to several Reddit posts. But anyway, let's see. Where are we? But yeah, this is an issue. On top of that, of course, just keep in mind, a lot of these mod bars or whatever they're called. Gosh, I just said it earlier. Anyway, a lot of these cheat menus and things, they also skim your data. They skim information from your PC as well as giving other people access to things. So, keep that in mind as well, because if you do decide to say, use Luna, and then you go over to the recovery gods and get whatever they're peddling and try using that, there's going to be issues for you. You're going to wind up giving your money away, of course, to some people, but then Luna's going to, the people over at Luna are going to get highly agitated at you, and you're going to experience some problems because they're going to know you're booting up whatever the competition has out there. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. Rockstar, fix your shit. Anyway, what could really help a lot of this stuff is dedicated servers. Rockstar is a multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar, billion-dollar. Anyway, the point is they make a hell of a lot of money, especially on things like GTA. Just on GTA alone and GTA Online. It is the best-selling game on every console, on every system, I think. For the most part, all the dang time, best grossing game, or most grossing game out there on these systems as well, with shark cards and other stuff, due to the online communities and things between Red Dead Redemption and GTA Online and stuff like that. They can easily afford to do servers. It's Rockstar. When EA can have dedicated servers for players to prevent a lot of this stuff, Rockstar can do it too. And Rockstar is making probably more money than EA if I had to gamble. I haven't really looked at the stats for anything in a while, but I would guess that they make more money than EA, if not on par with EA. And they can't even afford a dang dedicated server for their online games. And that's a problem. But yeah, that would also help fix a lot of this stuff as well. Anyway, stay safe out there. Thought this needed to really get out there. And see you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.